Oh,
Do.
yeah.
Okay, it passes. So now the resolution has been reapproved, the amendments. That brings us to, we're still in new business, yes.
This might be a question that the service coordinator might have to answer, but I was wondering about like ESCO positions and when that like application for like classes is gonna start.
For sure. Does anyone that is present have any information on this? Yes.
It looks like no. I will text him / message him that exact question and just say it came up in Senate and ask for an update.
Awesome. Any more articles of new business? Yes, we did say no.
So two of the things that I brought up in my summary report that I thought are worth mentioning. One is that Dean of Shaw is very interested in, there's a new Dean of Shaw. He's very interested in like student perceptions of Shaw and in engaging with students to kind of understand how to like improve services. So if anybody's interested in connecting with him, please let me know. I would be happy to get you an introduction. And then the other thing that I guess is a discussion that I'm proposing is that like in the Residence Life Committee, we discussed how Res Life has been given a budget to like modify lounges, and they threw out some ideas. One of them was like the idea of like having TVs in lounges, and the other was having like whiteboards as well. And so I was wondering if students, like if y'all had any other ideas that we could bring as suggestions. Vidush and I are both on that committee, about like any updates or like any upgrades that you would like to see Res Life spend that money on for lounges.
Senator Gaddis, yeah.
I think it'd be good for some new furniture in lounges, just because furniture is very outdated, and like going into Yonker Lounge a couple of times, like not a lot of students go in there just because it's a very dull space.
Okay, Senator Kirsch?
Yeah, I was going to say furniture too, especially like, it's not very specific to like less hospital-y looking furniture. Like it's not, it doesn't make a very inviting like environment, especially in the east.
Okay, so we're going to Tucker and then Vidush and then Senator Curtis.
I know this idea of like updating lounges was mentioned in the 2018 residential task force, and they like give an estimate of 25,000 for upgrades. I'm wondering if that is still kind of the number they're working with, or if they're giving out like anything like that that would give student body a better idea of like what is possible, because sometimes items are hard to conceptualize for people, but money can be like more useful.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know what budget they're working with, but from what I know, they mentioned that they would really like to get new furniture, but it's not within their budget, so I'm going to assume that it's probably less than that amount.
They also mentioned, like, this was an idea they proposed of having portable air conditioners in a lot of the lounges, and they think it's going to be really well utilized. I'm just throwing that out there, so if anyone has any opinions on that, please let us know so we can relay that to them. Air conditioners in lounges of halls.
Senator Curtis.
This one in relation to the furniture also maybe just like a general cleanliness of the lounges, like maybe better cleaning or money spent on FM going in there more frequently to make it more of a better living space. And also the air conditioner can be an idea, maybe potential for like sound systems of some sort or speakers for communal use for students.
Okay, any more notes for Res Life Committee at this time? Okay, we are still in new business. Does anyone have any last items of new business that they wish to bring up? Oh, yes, Senator Kirsch.
What exactly are new business and unfinished business meant to be?
So there's spaces to finish discussions, bring up new discussions. If you didn't have your agenda item in mind further enough, like far enough ahead for Quinn to put it on the agenda, you can just choose to bring it up in new business. Yeah, it's kind of more of an open forum, similar to the beginning, but it's, you know, more into the thick of it when people have thought of things more.
I have one thing, I guess.
Yep.
I don't really know exactly the reason in terms of like the SGA website, but like if I like trying to find like information about committees, like the information I find I think is wrong. Because yeah. So I was wondering like maybe talking about like the process of that being maintained and how it could be like improved and updated.
Turn it over.
Yeah.
Hello, hi. I'm the tech advisor. The website is my battle. It's something we've all been working on. I've been working with various people in CAB for the past semester and even this semester in tech committee. One of our charges is fixing up the website because there's like a lot of stuff that's outdated and it's hard to find because there are pages which aren't linked to by other pages. It's just some random link in some page. So you can't get there to like at the nav bar or like through other pages, just there, some like floating in cyberspace. So my request is if anyone sees anything that's wrong, please like email that to me so I can just go and spot fix that. Because like we're going through like a sequential thing in tech committee, like with Sharon and Declan, and we'll be doing that. Like it's an incremental process. But if you see anything that's urgent or just if you see anything at all, just let me know and I can do it.
Senator Weber, oh, sorry. Treasurer Weber and then Senator Bell.
Just a response to that.
Oh,
Just to add to that really
yeah.
quick. Just also like, if we see anything that not only just like doesn't work or just like, if anything's out of date, also let us know. Because there's a lot of stuff that isn't supposed to be there anymore, so also let us know if you see that.
Treasurer Weber.
This is just like a note on that entire subject. If you like have ideas generally just about like, this is not to make like Fiducia's life any harder, but if you have ideas on how to make the website just better in any way. I literally was having a conversation with the previous tech advisor today, and he was like, have you fixed the website? And I was like, can we fix the website? He's like, dude, I don't know. Like, so it is definitely like an ongoing issue that we want outside perspectives on as well, just because, especially when you spend long enough with this website, it kind of just starts to take over your mind a little bit. It gets into your psyche. So yeah, outside perspectives are also welcome.
Alright, any last website talk? Tight, okay. Anyone else have new business? Okay, now we're on 12, unfinished business. Does anyone have unfinished business? Slightly more dramatic cousin of new business, unfinished business. All right, word. Now we're into cabinet reports. President Logan, nothing to add from President Logan. So lovely, please read President Logan's cabinet report.
I will add something. Sorry, the formatting is so weird. I promise I didn't send it like that. I'm trying to, the effort was to organize it better, but it looks worse. So next time I'll try again.
Yes, Senator Jones.
What's the update with the conversations about check?
Other than what's publicly out, my side of it is that in every meeting, I'm always advocating that shit go back to being the exact same services that it was before. Disgusting. They're really, sorry if that was cryptic, like there really are not a lot of updates in part because like 1 week it'll be like, can we get this information? And then they have to go talk to the lawyer and the doctors and the blah, and then like come back. It's been messy. I think the updates that are really relevant to students and the student experience are the ones that are public so far, if that is a little clear.
Awesome. Any more questions for President Logan at this time? Okay, let's go down to Smith. EPSA Nanda, anything to add?
No.
Sick. Any questions for BPSA Nanda? Yep.
Do you have any updates on institutional efforts for COVID-19?
Yeah, so, yeah, do you want to take that?
So I'll take this mic. Does it just a little bit of an update? We had the college's emergency preparedness person come visit our cabinet meeting to share a little bit of what the updates look like for the COVID-19 virus. Angela Voos put it well. The college wants to panic early and often so that plans are in place. That's kind of a joke, but what it means is there's already a working group convened that meets weekly or bi-weekly, that is getting bigger as the virus develops. And one of the main takeaways from the meeting was that with things changing so rapidly, it's important to have ongoing meetings just so like everyone's keeping in touch with each other. They're doing things like, do we have enough thermometers? Do we have enough face masks? All of that stuff. There will now be students going to that committee. Stay tuned. Who that is might change, but for now it's going to be myself and President-elect Katai, just to get some students on there. And it's just going to continue to be a working thing where we just it's just brainstorming questions where people from all walks of campus are just thinking about things. Do we have enough counselors? What's graduation going to look like? I think those are probably some of the most important things to know. So know that the college has a plan for if there was a outbreak on campus. Meetings are happening in a recurring fashion. So if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to bring them to either of us, and we can definitely bring that to that committee. I feel like there's one more thing that I will leave it there for now. Wash your hands. No, seriously. So I remember when I lived in the dorms, I would sit in the bathroom, someone come in, someone go to the bathroom, walk out, I would never hear the water turn on. Wash your hands. It's the best way to prevent the spread of disease. Thank you. You might remember something that I forgot.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that I think as students, something that's really important for us to do that the institution will struggle to do as well as us is to be supportive of our peers. And I think that we're already hearing a lot about students who have plans over spring break to travel to Europe, students who are studying abroad in Europe whose programs have been cancelled, are being sent back. These things really suck. They don't only suck because you're not getting academic credit anymore or because your academic plans have changed, but it also sucks financially, socially. These are big changes, and I think if you know anybody, be there for them. If you hear anything, reach out to people, be supportive, and especially I think on campus, be supportive of the Chinese student community, because I think they are facing a lot of really ignorant backlash, and we know that there are members in the Grinnell College, in the Grinnell town community, that aren't super aware of the distinction between identity and kind of what coronavirus has to do with that, and so they're making a lot of assumptions. And so if you don't, please be active bystanders in conversations like these. And then finally, I think there's an event on Friday in the Husk. Do you know about it?
I don't know the details. I know it's 4 to 5 p.m.
So it's 4 to 5 p.m. in the Husk. It's Tea and Mooncakes is the event, and so it is an initiative to kind of show solidarity and to just have kind of a social event that allows students to kind of relax and unwind from feeling a certain way about what's going on.
I remember what I forgot. When we met with Heather and Angela, they really emphasized that the CDC is the most official source of of information on the virus. That's what the college is using to stay informed, and what the college recommends that we use as well. And then just to reiterate Sakatan's point, this causes a lot of uncertainty, could continue to create more uncertainty going forward. And so showing up as our best selves for ourselves and each other by supporting each other and washing our hands are how we're gonna get through it.
Okay, awesome. Yes. Yes.
Can you talk about room consolidation?
Sure. So there's this thing called room consolidation. Basically, when somebody wants to get out of a situation with their roommate for a multitude of reasons, they are given a set of options by Res Life of other people who are in dingles, so singles with just one person in them, and they're asked like who would pick someone you'd like to room with, for a lot of reasons that some of which are obvious, some of which are not. Residence Life faces a lot of issues with one, being able to tell whether a student is being earnest about their situation, two, whether they're actually willing to cooperate with Residence Life or not, or whether they're actually just trying to get another single for themselves. And so because of those things happening on a consistent basis over the last couple of years, and the fact that there are only so many beds on campus, and that after a certain point it's not sustainable to just keep letting students have, unless they have a reasonable exception, to have a